Okay, I'm Kate Miller from the University of Bristol.
And I'm Pete Insole. I work for Bristol City Council, so I'm the partner with the university on this project.
So this is a collaborative project between us and local community groups, exploring local heritage and culture through the eyes of community, through their memories and the images and objects that they've collected over the years.
All the stuff we get is uploaded to our website, Know Your Place, which we created a couple of years ago, and is the focus of the partnership really, so that these communities then have a voice through that website, and that website is part of the planning department. So everything that's uploaded to there, either by themselves through the actual contribution function on the website, or some material we've collected at one of the roadshows, can then inform how their neighbourhood will change in the future through planning decisions or neighbourhood planning or whatever it might be.
So what kind of impacts has that had so far? Have you seen exciting things found or particular difficulties in planning, as it were, maybe that resulted from that?
Well, to do with the Know Your Bristol project, when we actually went out to 7 roadshows around the city, we've actually connected with various communities and actually harnessed information which we'd never have got before. So things like somewhere in Lockleys, which is a post-war council estate, where it would have been absent on our historic records before, because a lot of the time the community don't understand the value of from a heritage point of view of the information they've got. We've actually learnt loads more about that place, about that location, simply because people come up and tell us about it, and we've recorded it on the audio recorders.
Fantastic. And what kind of level of engagement have you been getting? Have you had lots of people want to get involved and submit?
We had a phenomenal response actually. We had about 750 images over the sort of course of the 7 roadshows, and loads of oral histories, from really small clippings of like 20 seconds to, I say half an hour. You think there's been some longer ones as well.
I probably had an hour-long interview with somebody who came out with some absolute gems. It wasn't an hour, it wasn't a wasted minute in that hour, but it took a lot of managing that data.
So and all kinds of things, from sort of their own personal stories of growing up to how Bristol smelt when there were all the factories, to what it was like when there were community baths, when they didn't have inside plumbing, and all these things that help us capture these sort of little nuanced histories of Bristol that we didn't really know about before.
Fantastic. So is this going to be an ongoing thing? You've got funding, you can keep it going? That's the plan.
3 All Our Stories projects now. One looking at World War I heritage in a particular community. One's a community orchard project, and the other is to do with one of the community partners from here, was the King's Western Action Group, who are doing a bio blitz, which is to do with sort of like planting around the historic estate. But all of these places, it's to do with how these places are going to change in the future, and King's Western is a good example of that. They're trying to restore this historic landscape, and they're trying to basically understand it before they make those changes. And that's what it's all about, really.
And it's helped build, new partnerships as well between us and local community groups that have helped in all kinds of ways, from helping inform research to helping sort of think about new research directions, to actually thinking about where we can link through other disciplines in the university as well.
Fantastic. So where can people go to find out more information? This seems to be my hardest question for everybody, but it sounds like you've got a website that's very easy to
The Know Your Place website is bristol.gov.uk/Know Your Place, very easy. But there is also the blog for the project for Know Your Bristol, which is...
So if you go on to bristol.ac.uk/public engagement, there's a Know Your Bristol site within that has some of the information and details of the blog.
Fantastic. I shall have to go and check that out. I'm just down the road in Bath, so yes, I shall look at that with interest. Thank you ever so much to both of you. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.